Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeff Meller, and I'm the founding director of the CS at SC Camps. We founded the camps originally back in 2015. This is now the end of our 7th year of running the camps, and I am proud to say that in 7 years, we have educated nearly 7,000 K-12 students in computer science. The last 18 months that we've had have been challenging for everyone. We pivoted to an online medium for all of our camps, and we couldn't have predicted the response that you all gave us when we did that. Last summer was our largest summer ever that we had, and that was our first summer of completely remote. This year, we didn't know that we were going to exceed that. In our 5 camps that we had this summer, over 10 weeks, we had 1,500 kids come to our program. Now, this was over 200 classes, 65 TAs who are USC students, and the administrative team that we have here, myself, Professor Kim, and Victor administering this, and our teachers who recorded the videos that your kids were watching each day, some of which are here to present the awards for their classes today. Now, we are also very proud to be presenting the inaugural Jim Valentine Awards. We have 13 students out of the 1,500 who attended that exemplify what this award is about. Congratulations to everyone, but specifically to our award winners. Before we get into that, we have a special guest joining us over Zoom today. She is the former Chief Technology Officer of the United States, serving as a presidential appointee under President Barack Obama. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Megan Smith.
Hello, hi everybody. It's amazing to be with you, and I'm so happy. And in a minute, you're going to hear from one of my wonderful colleagues and friends, Coach Kathy Kemper. She was the one who thought of really pushing for this kind of a program at USC, and Professor Miller and everybody and all the TAs have come together over the years to do that. What I wanted to do was just share how important what you're doing is and how proud everyone is for the students doing this work. You can think a little bit about these times. And having fluency in all different subjects as you're going to school is really important. We have this idea of computer science for all. And the computer science would be that everybody, just like learning to read and write or learning a little bit of science, that we would all learn some coding and computer science and some engineering and these kinds of things, because that's fluencies for the future. It's for solving problems in the world. And so the other part of computer science for all is for all subjects, that there's data science and solutions for so many of the challenges in our world. And that you guys are founded in 2015 is also the time when the United Nations set a goal. They set goals. We all worked together, all the countries and everybody came together to set something called the Sustainable Development Goals, which are how can we solve some of our hardest challenges in the world, of including each other, of great higher paying jobs, and working on climate change and getting to a green energy future, and solving issues of poverty, solving issues of injustice, and really having everyone on the planet, including our fellow animals and the environment, thrive. And so that's what this program is about. It's about if you think about a baby, you crawl, then you walk, then you run, right? And you guys are starting with that sort of first moments to be able to learn how to use these technologies in these ways. And then so you're in sort of the crawl, starting to walk. And certainly those who have really worked hard here have begun to master some of that. One of the things that I wanted to share is there's a lot of bias about computer science and coding and who does it and who doesn't do it. That's why it's so important that all of us start when we're younger. You can also start, I have parents in the room, you can all start too. We want everybody to feel confident and comfortable that you're welcome in this field, and that we need all of us. And it's sort of a fluency. And by part of sharing about that, I want to share the person who started thinking first in the world about computer science. This is a woman named Ada Lovelace, and she lived at the same time as Charles Darwin. So I think like this is a long time ago, sort of 1820s and 30s. And she's looking at a machine here, which is called the difference engine. And it's something created by Charles Babbage, who was her colleague, her teammate. Teamwork is important in all technology and actually in all of life. She actually had the first idea. She's the first person in the world when Darwin thought about our origins, like what's the source of how we came to be. She thought about our future. And she said she thought we could figure out the math. She said the math of the cerebrum. Think about artificial intelligence and coding these things. She said, I wish to bequeath to the generations a calculus of the nervous system. And she wrote the first algorithms. And so we need to know that a woman who was obsessed with flight and science and other things, she wrote about fluids and Bernoulli equations in her first thing. So I think it's important to know that men and women are equally inventing this field together, and people from all different backgrounds, and that everybody's welcome. You know, in the about 50 years later, in Chicago, during the beginning of sort of the American industrial age, there were all different kinds of things that we read about in the history books of inventions of industry. But one of my favorites was this home that people created called the Hull House, which was a place where people came together to solve community problems. And they had data science. It wasn't computer-based, it was based on graph paper, but this idea of an inclusive community, a smart, wise city that would include everyone. It would have the university like USC. It would have people from all different parts of the community working together on solving problems of the future of Chicago in that time, including ending poverty. So those kinds of problems. And, you know, the woman who did this work, she won the Nobel Peace Prize for inventing social work. And you have a social work school at USC. And one of the things I love about the Viterbi School is that they reach out to all the other schools to work together. So they work with the film school and they work with the social work school, because computer science and technology are for everything. So I just wanted to congratulate all of you. You know, get inside your, your cell phone, your mobile phone, if you have one. It has a board in it. And you could learn about the board and coding and make apps and all these things for whatever you care about. That's what matters so much. And the last thing I'll just share is that this is an undersea cable. See the little stream there? And I just think it's so cool that we get to talk at the speed of light. Isn't that an amazing idea? And, you know, I don't know if you saw Amanda Gorman, a wonderful young poet. She's part of your generation. But she said, you know, for there's always light. And light connects us, right? And she said, you know, for there is light, if only we are brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. So I want you guys to think about science and mathematics and arts and, you know, solution making and teamwork. And remember that kindness is the best part of what computer science and coding is about. And passion and fun. So thank you so much. I'm going to hand off to my wonderful colleague, Coach Kemper, and back to Professor Miller. So thank you so much. And congratulations.
Thank you, Megan. So now to introduce the Jim Valentine Awards, we have Coach Kathy Kemper, who's joining us through Zoom. And I'll turn it over to her to tell us who Jim Valentine is and why we started these awards.
Thanks, Professor Miller. And let me give all of the families and students a big hand for coming and your big season this year. And you're all superstars and superheroes. And if I was your age, I wish I was sitting there with you as well. So Jim Valentine was my husband. He passed away in February, and he was the co-founder, along with myself, of the Institute for Education. And we are one of the founders of computer science at SC. When he passed away, we thought, well, we wanted to keep his memory alive. Jim Valentine was the oldest of 8 kids in his family. He grew up in the mountains of Tennessee called Appalachia. He learned early on that this was not the place where he wanted to spend his life. His parents had no real formal education. So he worked hard in high school and in grade school, and he started applying for scholarships. He got scholarships to many places, but he chose the University of Florida, and he got very distinguished awards and was president of the student body then. He realized he wanted to continue on with his education, and he applied to law school, again on scholarships. He got a full scholarship to Harvard Law. He then became a captain after graduating from Harvard Law School in the Army and served in Vietnam and was a decorated war veteran. He was incredibly curious. He had a great sense of humor. He never passed a monument or a plaque that he didn't stop to read because he always wanted to keep learning. He was an entrepreneur. He never really practiced much law. He learned about technology early on in his career. He bought companies, he sold companies. Sometimes he made some money. He lost a lot of money, but he ended up being very successful and a great visionary with biotech, now called tech bio, and alternative energies. He had a great sense of humor and was incredibly resilient in life. Our 2 daughters went to USC, and that's probably the reason that computer science at SC ended up at USC Viterbi School of Engineering. So with that, and with his qualities of being a visionary, an entrepreneur, a risk taker, winning, losing, resiliency, I congratulate you all and the TA that is getting the award today for your commitment, for your passion to keep this going. And one last thing, Megan Smith, who isn't, I think she had to leave, but you should all watch the movie called General Magic. It shows Megan, along with Steve Jobs, and what her influence was in putting together what we all have today is a phone, a mobile phone. And it's a great movie. It's only about an hour, General Magic, and you'll see Megan Smith in there. So thank you, Jeff, and take the awards away.
Well, thank you, Coach. This is truly a special award, and we thank you for making not only this award, but our entire program possible. The award recipients that we will announce today are going to receive a free camp session, either remote or in person. And for those of you rising seniors, you will receive a free USC application. We are going to pay your application fee for USC. To present, our first category that we have is for our Scratch Junior students. Scratch Junior is a language that was created jointly by MIT and Tufts University to allow students aged 5 to 7, kindergarten through 2nd grade, to be able to learn the basics of programming in a fun, graphical environment. My daughter started learning Scratch Junior when she was 4. And what made me want to incorporate this into our program is when she told me one day, she asked me, "Daddy, can I use the iPad?" And I said, "Sure. What do you want to do?" And she said, "I want to play Scratch Junior." And I realized that she didn't know that she was learning to program through this amazing app. And I knew that we needed to incorporate it into our program. The TAs that we have done an amazing job with this online, working with kids, going into kindergarten through second grade, keeping their attention, helping them to learn, debugging their programs remotely. We have 2 winners of the award this year. Our first winner of the Scratch Junior Jim Valentine Award is Penelope Jen. We are going to keep our award winners on the stage, so everyone will line up and we'll have an opportunity for photos after we complete. The TA who nominated Penelope described her as repeatedly demonstrating an advanced understanding of many of the programming blocks and concepts in Scratch Junior. Beyond her excellent understanding, she constantly demonstrated immense creativity in her various projects. She also showed a desire to ensure that her fellow students thrived alongside her, and when she finished her assignments, she would often help out others who were struggling. Our second Scratch Junior Award winner is Callie Royal. Come on up here. The TA said, Callie was a student in my Why Can't We Make a Difference class. This is a nonprofit that sent us 180 kids this summer. In the weeks that I taught her class, she amazed me with her advanced understanding of the concepts and blocks we learned in class. Her understanding shined through in the various projects she made, and I always looked forward to seeing what she would come up with next. Congratulations. To announce our next awards, which is for our Scratch students, please help me welcome Victor Kim.
Hello, everybody. My name is Victor Kim. I am the Assistant Director for CSSE Camps. Nice to meet you all. So, Steve Jobs once said that everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer because it teaches you how to think. And Scratch is actually designed to help children be creative, reason, and collaborate by learning how to program their own games and animations. It is an incredible program that introduces young minds to a world of technology, and we have 4 winners of the Scratch Award. The first award goes to Alyssa Lee. Sorry, just checking, just make sure. Okay. There you go. So, the TA of Scratch said that Alyssa is one of the brightest students I've ever taught for her age. She will always ask for help after class and consistently go above and beyond, making her own projects outside of class. Outside of class and showing them to the class at the beginning and the end of the class. I will always stay after with her to help her with the Scratch projects, and she really made the class enjoyable to teach. I truly think that she loved and looked forward to coming to class every day. She was always the first one in the waiting room and the last one to leave class, and will always ask me to stay a bit longer so I can help her. She was always engaged and will always be the first to finish the lab assignment in class. Such brilliance and brightness is truly unique for someone her age. If any student deserves this award, it is Alyssa. Now we move on to the second winner of Scratch, and the student's name is Derek Julian. Derek's TA said that he is insanely talented with Scratch. He can complete any problem without any assistance from me. When other students screen share, he even recognizes the problems in their code, and before I do, he helps them out. So the third winner is going to be Javier Valdez. So Javier's TA said that at first he was disinterested in learning Scratch, but as he learned more about it, he was getting more invested each day. Oh, here you go. No worries. But as he learned more about it, he was getting more invested each day. He would ask me for help whenever he needs, and he was always excited to show me what he made on his own before or after class. He is super chill, funny, and intelligent student with a lot of potential for success in programming. And last but not least, the fourth Scratch Award goes to Nikita Sokolov. Nikita's TA said, Nikita is spectacular in his creativity and his ability to take what we learn and expand it into his own. Multiple times, I'm delighted to find that the one concept we've been working on turns into a full creation that he worked out of his own time, like extra features in the flying bat or his own Pac-Man designs. He is extremely sharp and soaks up new information like a sponge. I know he has an amazing potential for anything he does in the future. Now, to present our next category, cybersecurity is going to be me, actually. So I'm just going to be here. So we use the internet for everything, not because it is so great. There's so many apps, so many websites, and there's just a wealth of information and wealth of capabilities that you can use on these applications. It is also, but it is also a very dangerous place. In cybersecurity, we learn how to navigate ourselves on the internet and protect our digital lives. And the winner of Cybersecurity Award is Isabella Santoro. There you go. The TA for cybersecurity said, Ella was always extremely willing to participate in class and gave insightful answers to every question I asked. She was very kind and helpful to other students and myself and absolutely deserves this award. So congratulations. I hope you share your knowledge with your friends and family so they all, sorry that they all can be protected. So the next category is going to be Java, and to announce the winner, let's bring back Jeff to the stage.
Thank you, Victor. For those of you who took any of the Java classes, you probably became familiar with me because those are the lectures that I personally recorded. If you didn't know, many websites such as Instagram, games like Minecraft, and apps that we use such as Spotify all use Java as the language that they have on the back end. With Java, students are exposed to advanced programming skills that are actually used in industry today. Many college curricula also teach Java, including the curriculum that we have here at USC in our computer science department. This year, we have one winner of the Jim Valentine Award for Java, and that is Kosi Njoku. The TA who nominated Kosi said, right here, Kosi was always engaged, starting from when we shared icebreakers all the way until the end of class. He was hardworking and wasn't afraid to speak up when he was confused. It was a pleasure having him not only in Java, but also in our web dev classes. Congratulations. Our next category is Python, and it gives me pleasure to introduce Professor Trina Gregory, who recorded all of the lectures for our Python curriculum.
For those that took Python, you probably have seen my face and recognized me. I'm so glad that you took those classes. Python has been around for 30 years, making it ancient history for all of you. But it is a very popular language used today. And in this class, students got to try and really learn the fundamentals of programming using Python. And it's used today in data science and artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all kinds of different things, including like video games. If you guys are like video games, my husband is here and he writes video games. So, even in industries like that, we use Python. So it's a really powerful language and it's fun to learn. I hope you guys had fun learning it. So this year we have 3 awards. The first winner of the Python Award is Anna Pogosian. Anna Pogosian. Yay. Again, just making sure. Your mom wants, do you want to sit? You're like right behind me. Okay. And now what the TA had to say about Anna was Anna is a fantastic student with great potential. She always showcased her programming abilities and picked up the concepts efficiently. She seemed excited to learn more programming, given the interest she showed in level 1. She is a student I hope is encouraged to pursue programming and computer science further. So your TA wants you to keep on learning. Yay! And our next winner, our next Python Award goes to Daniel Weiss. Congratulations. There you go. Do you want to come on this side? Sure. So here's what the TA had to say about Daniel. He's a very dedicated student who always participates during both our lab time and icebreakers. Hope you had fun with those icebreakers, right? For his website, he goes beyond the bare minimum. Let's see. For his website, he goes beyond the bare minimum to personalize it to his liking, incorporating elements that we have learned and wanting to learn more. He also makes suggestions to help other students if he has an idea, and offers games that could be interesting to play as a class. He has been a great addition to our camp session thus far. Yay! And now our third award, we're not sure if she's here, but our third Python Award goes to Lydia Chin. Yay! Oh, good. Yay! Here's what the TA had to say about Lydia. I chose Lydia because she showed an excellent grasp on the subject matter, and she quickly finished the labs relatively quickly. She finished the labs relatively quickly compared to her peers and would find errors in her own code faster than I could. So you're faster than the TAs. Wow. Sometimes when I helped another student with debugging their code, she found the error faster than both of us. So not only she's good at her own debugging, but helping other people. Awesome. Lydia is a rising senior, so she will be receiving the application-free scholarship. Yay. So congratulations to you three. Now, in our next category, we have web, so web technologies, and our next presenter is Nyan Kim, which you all should know. She's the co-director of CS at SC and the creator of the web development curriculum. Come on up here, Nyan.
Thank you, everybody. It's been so fun, so amazing. Thank you again for being here. I am so happy to present the Web Awards, but before I do that, how many of you visit at least one website a day? Show of hands. Okay, great. Okay. Oh, some of you don't visit any. Okay. All right. How many of you say visit like 5 websites a day? Like, Gmail, Reddit, right? Wikipedia. Okay, yeah. 10 websites a day. Okay, like 20 websites. Anyone? Oh, okay, yeah. I've got some TAs raising their hand too. Great. Yeah, as you can see, we use websites every day. And in our web classes, the students learn to create their own websites from scratch, just using completely code HTML and CSS. And actually, Professor Trina Gregory told me that today, the first website was created August 6th, exactly 30 years ago. And well, today is August 6th, so it's almost exactly 30 years ago. So isn't that incredible? Anywho, I want to announce the first winner. We have 2 winners for this category. The first one goes to Jack Zhang. Here you go, Jack. And you can maybe go right next, or yeah. We're running out of room on the stage here. Wow. Jack, the TA says that Jack is a skilled coder and picks up on HTML's JavaScript very quickly. He's always pays attention to our videos. That's me, a video of me, and finishes his lab very independently. On top of that, after completing the labs, he works on his own web dev projects using lab topics like making a mini game, that responds to keyboard inputs when he learned more event listeners. He's a sweet kid with lots to contribute to our conversation and clearly always looking to learn more. Congratulations, Jack. And the second winner of our web category goes to Allison Kelmick. Allison's TA says that Allison was an amazing student, here you go, who always followed along in class and consistently went above and beyond what the labs asked for. She gave her all in every class, and it was clear that she worked on her web pages on her own time as well. She was always a happy, bright presence, participating in all of our icebreakers and asking tons of questions. Her website looks professional and clean, and she clearly has a knack for web dev. Allison is a rising senior, so she will be receiving the USC application free waiver scholarship. Yay! Congratulations to both of you. And that concludes the student portion of the awards. Now, this might be a surprise to our TAs, but I have a privilege of announcing a new category that we've been kind of keeping it a secret. It is the best teaching assistant, the best TA. We've had, yay, our TA's been so great. We have 65 TAs on staff this summer, which is incredible. And I met all of them today for the first time in person, so it's incredible. And everyone did such an amazing job making the camps engaging and learn even over Zoom. And so this was very, very difficult to pick. We actually looked at all the parent feedback, all the student feedback. We looked at the emails that were sent about the TAs. We looked at everything, and we could only pick one TA this summer, so it was really, really difficult, but we did manage to pick one really outstanding TA, and this TA will win our biggest award because they did such a great job. They will be winning a $300 scholarship that they can use for their college expenses and whatnot, and the award goes to, drum roll please, this is a big one. This was really hard, everybody. Arana Lowe. Arana averaged, we looked at all the feedback. She got over her average. She averaged consistently over 4.5 out of 5-star rating. She teaches Python and Java, and she was taking an initiative to improve all our curriculum and a lot of our admin side as well. So we're really proud of her. Thank you, Arana. Here you go. And last spot. Thank you, everybody. And we are really excited to share with you what's coming next. To share some of the upcoming events, I'd like to invite Victor back to the stage.
Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. So this has been a very incredible summer session. As you know, we had over 1,500 students attending this summer. So, and it's a lot of people. We assume this could be over, but we're not actually done. We're actually going to be opening up our fall semester camps on September 13th during the school year, and we will be offering a twice-a-week class and a Saturday-only class to work with your school schedules. We will also be offering virtual classes, and we plan to do in-person classes as well. Of course, that is subject to city and county guidelines, but we are on track to have in-person. In fact, we plan to open up our classes on our website in the near future. So please make sure to check regularly to make sure that you can register for your fall classes. So again, congratulations to everyone that has won the awards. You guys done a very amazing job this summer. This has been a very exciting and very fun camp, and I had so much fun to bring so much opportunities to these students. But of course, it's almost 3 o'clock. We had to end. I know the kids are tired, so I'd like to invite Jeff one more time to the stage to send us some final regards.
All right, and just to add to what Victor said, registration is actually open already. Our Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, Thursday classes are remote, and our Saturday classes are in person, but feel free to sign up already for those sessions. I'd like to take a minute to recognize just a few other people that we couldn't have done this without. First of all of our TAs. Please stand up and let's acknowledge them. Now, we had 65 TAs that helped us this summer, and only about 20 of them are here right now. So please, if you want to reach out to other TAs that you don't see, please express your gratitude for all that they have done as well. Teaching on Zoom has been really difficult. It's been something that we've needed to learn, and our TAs, who are not teachers but students, have taken on the reins of moving to the other side of the classroom and doing an amazing job. There is one other TA that I would like to acknowledge. If Chloe, would you mind coming down here, please? Now, the reason that I would like to acknowledge Chloe Stonecipher is that she, 2 years ago, was sitting in your seats. She was a CS at SC camper. She applied and was accepted to USC. She is currently a USC student and taught for our program this summer. Thank you, Chloe. We are hopeful to have many more students who take that path. I also could not have done this without the help of our co-director, Professor Nyan Kim, and our assistant director, Victor Kim. And of course, none of this would have ever started or continued without the support that we have from Coach Kathy Kemper and the Institute for Education. So on behalf of the CS at SC camps, thank you all for coming. We will now break for pictures with all of our scholarship recipients. Any kids whose parents are not here, please stay seated. Parents, if your kids are with you, you are now free to go. Thank you all again for your continued support.